you're going to take your pencil and draw on the hair only, not the skin. It doesn't have to be super precise because we're doing stage makeup and no one is going to see your face that close up. If you have a brush, you may also want to use a brush to smooth this out a little bit. There you go. Alright, moving on to the eyes now. At this point, I would ask the girls to put on some fake eyelashes. However, I do not have full fake eyelashes at the moment. What you're gonna want to buy is an eyelash that goes all the way across the top of your lid in a somewhat natural looking pattern. So you're not going to want something really black or really heavy, but something natural looking, just a little longer than your normal. And then you're going to have eyelash adhesive. You will put it on the eyelash itself, not on your own skin. Once you've done that, you press it into your eyelid right above the line of your own lashes. You may want to pinch it to your lashes to make sure it's really close, but otherwise you're probably just going to hold it at the corners for about 30 seconds until it dries. Once that's done, you can take an eyelash curler and curl your eyelashes and the fake eyelashes together so they have the same curve. Okay. Once that's done, you're going to take your eyeliner and use it as actual eyeliner this time. You can use a pencil, as I just did on my brows, or you can use liquid eyeliner, which is what I'm going to use in this video. Now, for everyone, I would like you to use black on this, unless you're really, really, really pale blonde, in which case you can use brown. Okay, I'm going to start not quite in the corner of my eye, but a little bit above it with a very thin line. And I'm going to let it get slightly thicker as I go out. Now, if you have fake eyelashes on, you're going to be drawing this over the glue and probably the base of the eyelashes. Okay, notice that I stopped before the very corner of my eye because we're going to make a little wing, but before we do that, let's do the bottom of our lashes. Now again, we're not going to start in the very corner, but we're also not going to start right underneath it. We're going to start a little bit farther in. And you're going to want to keep that pretty thin. Okay, notice again I stopped before the edge by quite a bit over here. Okay, now we're going to draw straight lines out. We're not going to wing them up or down, but they're going to go straight out. Notice I'm not going any farther than the edge of my eyebrow. Okay, and I made the top one a little bit longer than the bottom one. Okay. From here, you're going to take your mascara, again black, unless you are very blonde, in which case you can use a brown. And we're going to start close into the eye and pull out. I like to blink as I do it so it pushes my eyelashes through the brush. Make sure you start as close to the eye as possible to get all of the hair. You're going to want to do this through the fake eyelashes as well. Okay, looks pretty good there. And then I like to go kind of outward in my strokes here. There we go. Okay. And if you'd like to fill in a little bit on that lower lash, to get it closer to your lashes, you can do that. Okay. Now to go back in with the highlight a little bit, I would recommend putting a bit in the corner of your eye and a bit, if I can get my finger in there. I'm going to use the end of my brush here in between these wings. Okay, that's going to open your eyes up quite a bit. And then blend it and soften it. A bit. If you need to retouch up your lines afterwards, you definitely can. Okay. Great. So that's your eyes. If you really want to, you can also put a light powder again on your eyelid and darken this line with a matte, not a sparkly, a matte eyeshadow. But if you do it dark enough the first time, you shouldn't have to do that really. Okay. Next, we're going to use a blush. And make sure this is in your skin tone, so mine tends to be a little bit more on the coral side. We're going to put blush right above this line in our cheek here, in between the highlight, which was up here, and the low light down here. And because Mount Baker Theater is a big stage, you can put quite a bit on. Okay, and you want it to kind of blend in to this low light here. Okay. Okay, then you're going to put some along your hairline, on the top of your head, here. And then, again, on this low light directly, and brushing it down on your neck here. But you can also do a touch on your nose and your chin too if you would like. Okay, depending on how light your nose is. Next we move on to lipstick. I prefer a darker than natural color, but still in a natural tone. So no reds or no bright pinks for me. Just try to find one that's fairly close to your natural color, just maybe a touch darker. Yeah. And remember, before we did that low light, and so this lipstick is really going to contrast nicely and make your lips pop. Then to finish that lipstick off, we take our powder again because we need to set it and make sure it doesn't rub off or sweat off, or if we lick our lips when we dance or something like that, that it doesn't come off. So we're going to powder it. Brush off the excess there. If your powder makes that too light, you might want to try a darker color or reapply another layer on top of it, which is what I'm going to do. And it should stay fine. Okay? That's pretty much it, guys. If you want to do a little bit extra with highlighting, you can also do a little highlight on your chin right here. And on your forehead right here. And just smudge that out equally. Otherwise, we're pretty much good to go. This is the stage makeup side, all the way over to no makeup. Woo! If you have any questions, let me know. You can email me or email the studio and they'll get it to me. Thanks, guys.